Hi Kelly, welcome Chuck. I just thought I'd stick my camera on while I did a bit of diamond painting. How are you doing? This makes a nice change from seeing my mush on screen. Plus I haven't done one for a while live, so I thought I'd just make a change. Although I must admit, without my light board underneath, I do tend to struggle a little bit to see what the symbols are. Hiya Dean, how you doing Chuck? Just thought I'd do a whip and chat for a change. Nobody else were on, so not stepping on any toes, I hope. That's the last thing I want to do. I'm in enough trouble already. Oh dear oh me. But I do like my diamond painting, so, and I'd like to get this one finished because I have got a new one. I have a new diamond painting. I'll show it in a bit. If any more come on, I'll show you. I'll get it out and let you have a nose. It's not spectacular. It's only a 40 by 30, but it's one of a few that's sort of not really a set as such, but they do tend to follow on a little bit from each other. So, and I've done one of them. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've got another one in my stash. And then this one, I just spotted it and I've not seen it before. So I thought, oh, I like that one. And it weren't expensive, only cheapy from eBay. But there we go. I don't spend a lot of money on diamond paintings. I can't afford it. So, but you know, or was it just arrived? Oh, lovely. You'll be getting busy on that then shortly. It's as I said, I've done one of them, these diamond paintings. It's an old couple. The one I've got, they were laying in bed. It's just, when I first saw that one, I thought, oh my God, me and Harry. Two buggers in bed. And so I thought, I'll do that. And I have done it. I haven't framed it yet. I wanted to frame it and put it over at bed. But I haven't got round to framing it yet. But I will do. I will get it done. And well, I've done it. You know what I mean? I will get it framed. I mean, and put up sometime. I'm eating something. I don't know what it's. I keep getting bits. I do have somewhere a nifty little tool I find very handy when I can't see her. It's got lights on it, look. So I can look and see if I've missed any numbers that I'm working on. But it's brilliant, that. And I've not seen any like it, exactly the same as that, for a long time. I ought to have got two when I got that one, because there were only a couple there at the time. So I'm very slow because it's a square and I'm already getting I'm already getting popping drills, which is a bit annoying. Because it looks pretty neat, you know. I mean, I've been trying to keep it. See what I mean? Damn it. Yeah, that one's coming up. I don't even know where that loose one. Oh, it's on my thumb. Get back, you bugger. You live there. Stay. See, I've lost 3 at the bottom here. But yeah, they're all, I mean, if you can see, they are really quite neat. I'm very careful usually with the squares. Excuse me. This is why they take me so long, because I don't like to see how messy they can get. And when I start seeing it like this, I mean, they are actually put down square, but they're pushing each other around, and that is what niggles me a little bit about the some of the square ones. And it's a Huracan one, this one. And I do like Huracan, actually. I prefer this white to the cellophane, because that cellophane is dangerous. If you don't want to wreck your diamond painting, get rid of the cellophane. I mean, on my one of the lounge that I've got, that was a cellophane, that was a poured glue. It's the mermaid one that I'm doing on Caroline's mermaid challenge thing, everything mermaid, and I got some parchment paper and I cut that up and put that on. You've got a new one arriving Tuesday. What are you doing between now and then? Are you twiddling your thumbs? Yeah, so I'm just, oh, it's here. I'm just looking where it is, and it's right under my nose. It's just here. Oh, I've been having a bit of a been trying to sort me. Let me put this over there a minute. Been trying to sort me me drills out, you know, for drilling on me resin, because I've been getting the holes in the top to screw things down with my pokey tool, my Stampin' Up pokey tool. But unfortunately now that has got a very tiny bending ending tip. This is one of my own diamond painting pens. I did this with the resin. Don't look bad on that side, because that's obviously the underside when it's in mould. But it looked a bit yuck on this side, and it was like a hollow. So I just mixed up some UV resin to dome it a little bit. But all in all, it's comfortable. It's a nice comfort. It's flat on one side, and I find it very comfortable. I noticed that some. Oh, look, what else I've got as well? I forgot about them. I forgot about them yesterday. Big letters. I've been looking at these letters, guys, and they've all been little tiny things. Well, they're no good for a keychain. I don't care what anybody says. They're no good at all for that. So I've not bought one until I spotted that one on eBay, and the money was there. It was a reasonable price for the bigger ones, and I've only seen them that once on eBay. I don't know why they've sent me 2 pens. Unless I think I'm going to be doing it with 2 hands. The only thing is with this one, it's a round. And I'm a square bird. I like squares. And then this is the painting. How cute is that? I just had to get it. I just thought it was brilliant. So this won't take very long, because, as I say, oops, daisy, got it underneath. This won't take me long, because it's around. So, and there are 23 colours. I wouldn't think so, looking at that, really, but it's all bagged up, ready to go. It is. And what I like about it, when they bag these up, they've got the actual number on. I work by the numbers down here. So I look what the code is, and then I look down here. But all in my box are numbered from, on this one, 1 to 35 in order. And then I look for it that way. I don't do the DMC way at all. Although I do save DMC drills in little tiny pots. I've got some like trays with lids on and little pots in, like these little pots for the spare drills. But I've stopped saving spare drills because I rarely use them, if ever, and they're just taking up space in my craft room. So I started to do what Trevor were doing. If they mention his name, we aren't talking about him. I do, followed his lead with putting them into resin, and they look quite nice. And I think that was a really good idea. So, hiya, Jackie. I'm on YouTube, by the way, live today, because if I go on my StreamYard, it uses me hours up. So I don't do, because it's not with my normal ones. So I'll put that and that. And though, as I said, I sent 2 pens. I don't really need 2 pens. I don't need any pens. I've got a flaming drawer full of them. I went on to, I think it was while I was looking at diamond painting, actually, on eBay. And I saw an advert for these, like an ad. And there was 50 pens in, 50 diamond painting pens in for £7 something. I've got that many, I could give them away. I certainly wouldn't even think about selling them on eBay. Who in the right mind would buy them? Well, I suppose there are some, but not me. I won't buy any. Not the pink ones, they're rubbish. And have you tried these new the single? Have I got one? Where's my little pot? I think I've got one. I've tried it. I'm not sure I like it. If I can get into it. Watch them go all over. Have I took it out? Oh, I've took it out. It's still in lounge. It's a single place, but it's curved like that. Hi, Emma. How you doing, Chuck? Yeah, it's curved. And I don't know, it just feels ever so funny putting them down. It just don't work for me at all. So I went back to my normal single placer. Because I am a single placer girl. I don't go on the multi-trail. Well, with something like this, it's not very practical anyway, because I don't know why I've got drills all over. I should have knocked it. I just like and there's a lot of confetti here anyway, so I don't bother with the multi-placers. Apart from anything else, it lasts longer. I like it. I like to take my time, and I'm not in any hurry to get it done. So I have got another one actually here ready to go as well. This one is a ship in a bottle on a beach. And this one is a ship in a bottle on a beach. But it's not the same one. I don't think it's the same one. But it's very, very similar. There, look. And that's all nicely flattened out. Ready for the off. God knows when I shall get to start it, because it does. I've got this, just got this bit left to do, the top. So I've got nearly 2/3 of it done. And I'm getting beyond myself. Do you want to come up? Do you want to cuddle? Oh, I'm not playing that. She's brought her shark, dolphin or wherever it's supposed to be. She wants me to throw it. I have to sit here and throw blooming toys down always so that she can go and fetch them back to torment me again. So, Avi dokes. Which one did you get? Is it the teddy bear one or is it a tiger one, lion or tiger you've got feed out? What? You want cuddle? Do you want to cuddle? I'm not playing, no. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear. She wants me to play, and I'm not. What? You can come on my knee if you must, but I'm not playing. I can't tell what the devil that is. Give over! I'm growling. I'm growling at you, Poplo. Have you noticed there? See what I mean? Every time I stop and go to pick her up, she just goes and grabs blooming dolphin thingy bob. Can you hear this thunder up there? Harry's on roof again. But he's wanting, he said, I'm fed up now, I want to get it done. So whether he survives it or not, we don't know. We'll have to wait and see about that. Because he keeps falling, and I'm frightened to death he's actually going to fall off the roof. And it's a good drop. It is. It's a good drop. And he won't be getting up from it if he does drop. He's naughty. You'll play with her. Mandy was on earlier. I looked, I couldn't see Iamia. I didn't see Mandy's. I've been looking. Obviously missed it. Unless I've been blocked. I didn't see it. I shan't be on for long. I just thought I'd come on and have a few minutes with this. And yeah, that's the reason I've come on actually, because I hadn't seen Mandy's. I've been keeping an eye on newsfeed and nothing. So I don't know why I didn't see that. I'm seriously considering packing YouTube in, to be honest, because I'm sick to death with drama. I really am. I've just watched another YouTuber who was packing in YouTube as well, or for a while he said, but I can understand what he's talking about. I really can. See, I've never had any what you call problems on YouTube before. I mean, Harry swears, he swears a lot, but he never ever swears at me, and there's a reason for that. Harry's a gentleman. You won't think so to look at him, but he's never swore at me. And I don't take kindly to anybody swearing at me, so especially for something that wasn't really called for, if you like. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'll see how I go. But for some reason, it's sticking with me, and normally I don't let anything like that faze me whatsoever. But I don't feel responsible for it, but it seems I must have been. So that'd be that. I'd be glad if I packed it in, because I'm not talking about packing crafting in, just YouTube maybe. I still watch other videos, other people on YouTube, but I don't think I'll be missed that much, to be fair. You know, don't do any spectacular videos or anything, so just, I don't know, I'm just feeling that way out. But I'm not going to say anymore, because to be honest, you know, I'm going to be accused of something else, so keep my mouth shut and just accept what it is. But I still watch Mandy and go on Mandy's lives and things, because I like to listen to her. I like Mandy's video. I like Mandy and Dee. I like all of you, really. Even the unmentionable, but here we go. And an apology obviously wasn't enough. And that's when you know it's bad. So, Dan, what's your diamond painting of Mia? Is it a landscape, or is it a homely one like that one? Well, lovely. Just finished with the both, were you and Dean? You both done lovely diamond paintings. That last lot. Me, I've just got a little old man sat in a bathtub. Oh dear. It was private. Oh, that's why I've not seen it then. Oh dear. You don't know who you're safe with and who you're not, do you? I don't know. I'm not throwing it, Poppy Lulu. I ain't. Sorry. I know I love you, but no. No's the word, baby girl. Oh, I think I've done all my number 5s. You can bet your bottom dollar I'll put them away. And then they'll all jump out at me shouting, Amia. Oh, I found one. I've got to go back and find it now. Oh, come on, please. Oh, got right. I tell you, good Lord. You can't see any more. I always go back to them anyway. I always go and have a check over, because, like I said, they're popping out all over the place. And I'm really very careful. I'm sure it's some of these. I think some of these. Oh, let's look at this. I did that in Tesco's Monday. Not Monday. Wednesday. I did. I was wheeling my chair past Tesco's freezer section, and ow, that hurt. And it's like they were a joining plastic that went along edge, but it was stuck out a little bit, and I didn't notice it. And of course, I went straight onto it, as I always do. I can find these things without any difficulty. I surely can. So, right, number 3. What's number 3? Go down. Number 3 is number 11. Where are you? Number 11? There you are. Oh, and you know these, there was a certain one, I can't remember which one it were now, but there were a certain one, and they've not sent me enough. It were a bit after, because I thought, oh, I'll use another purpley colour, because that's where it were, a light purpley colour. But I'll use another different one, it'll not make any difference to picture. And I put a load of them on, and then a day or two later I was shifting stuff around in my craft room. That's a bit of wax there, look, and I can't get the damn thing off. I was sort of shifting stuff around in my craft room, and lo and behold, I found a bundle of little bags that says spares for this number. Yeek. Ow, a bit miffed, let me tell you. And I thought, oh, blooming heck. I'd forgotten that there were some spares, and I'd put them in a little group of bags, clipped them all together, put them in a bigger plastic bag together, and then put DP number and everything on it, and then covered it up. I really do need to get my craft room sorted out. That'll be a job for me, won't it? Keep me busy. It will. There's every possibility that a certain person went on Mandy's and had a blowout, so she took it off. I don't know what's going on with YouTube and what have you. What do you want? What is wrong? What do you want, baby? You won't come up on my knee. Mind you, it's not going to be easy on my knee, but you sit at the side of me, don't you? Do you want to come up? Come on then. Come on. Come on. Come on for cuddle. That's it. Come in that cuddle with Mummy. There we go. Look who's it to see us. Hey, my little puppy Lulu. Yeah. Hey. You are a good girl. Oh, did you get kisses? Did I get kisses? There's a good of them as well. Oh, kisses and cuddles. Not nice. Well, won't it? We like kisses and cuddles. We do. What Daddy doing? Knocking damn place down. Aye. Well, I've been trying to get him to sort my Dremel out for me. Well, it's not really a Dremel, it's the same thing though. I've got 2. I used to do egg decorating. I've made clocks and all sorts with goose eggs and so on. And we used to use little Dremel thing to cut it out. You know, where you got to cut a hollow out. I've done little scenes inside an egg and all sorts, when my hands were steadier than what they are now. But I always kept my tools with me, you know, wherever I've gone, as it were. And for some reason, I couldn't get it to grip the tiny drill. Now, I know it will grip it because it did before. but for some reason it weren't wearing it, and I thought it's just me, because it usually is just me that's not, not doing something right. I got one in and I got it tight, but when they switched it on, it was like doing the circle end, and Harry says it's not in right place in middle, and I said, I know, that's why I'm asking you to look at it, because I don't seem to be able to get it in to stay in. When I put it into middle, and it looks as if it's staying, and then I use it to try and drill, and it just shoves it straight back down into choke and out of sight. So then I have to stop it and start fiddling to get it out again, and then I've got to try and get it to grip again, and anyway, and as I say, I've got two, and they're both the same problem. So it's not me after all. It's the choke. And I said, well, it did it before because I've used it before. I mean, I used to use it all the time when my egg decorating and what have you. That's a lovely craft. If you've got a steady hand and you honestly, you make them look like Fabergé eggs, and they are absolutely gorgeous. And I actually did a couple of ostrich eggs as well. One ostrich egg I did when I was in Australia. This is when I started with the eggs to start with, mainly. And it was my auntie that, oh no, it was second time we went. It was a friend of my late ex-husband. Bless him, he's gone now. And I did a Kookaburra on an egg. Oh, and it was amazing. I can't believe I'd done it. You're looking at it. Which way you want? Looking at that horrible top. Not it. Yeah. And I actually did bring an egg home with me as well. I've still got it. In fact, I got one started and a new one as well, another one. And I've still got both of them actually, but the one that I'd started, it's been bashed about a bit from here to there and round about and so on. And unfortunately, it's got little cracks in it now. So I don't do any more with it, otherwise it will break altogether. So I'd rather not damage it anymore. But I've got the other one. It's just a white. I tell you what they do have over in Australia. That I don't know whether we have them here, but I've never seen any black swans. Well, they're all black in Australia, the ones I've seen. Oh, and their eggs are gorgeous. They're a greeny black. It's like a greeny bluey black. They really are lovely. And I would have liked to have got a couple of those to bring home as well. But it turned out they were one time, they were like 10 a penny, you could get them anywhere. But then they became endangered, apparently. So it was against the law to actually get any of those. But there were people that bred swans on their own properties, and they would sell them. But it was always sort of done under the table, if you like, for want of a better term, under the counter sale. And yet everybody knew that they could get one from there. So I'm surprised that they didn't get into any bother, but they didn't. Or didn't then anyway. But they were good. And I said, oh, God, I'd love to do a couple of those. We did see if we could find some anywhere, but nobody had got any that, so that were it. Didn't get one. I didn't get any. One would have been nice. If I couldn't have two, I'd have had one. I'd have been happy with just one. Well, I probably wouldn't have been happy, but I'd have had to be satisfied, wouldn't I? She's a cutie pie, this baby. She's Mommy Tweety Pie, aren't you? Oh, good girl. My puppy, good girl. Looks like a ragamuffin because she won't be done. We've had a second go at her, me and Harry. She is, but oh dearie me. He got a muzzle from next door's daughter. She works at a pet shop. I think I mentioned this before. They don't do the cloth ones, they only did the plastic. Well, we put this bloody muzzle on her, and within 2 seconds she were out of it, chewing it. Oh, while we were trying to cut her hair. I said, well, I thought it was me. I thought I put it on upside down. So I said, I'll put it on other way, see if I've done it wrong. And he went, no, it won't go on that way. It comes straight off anyway when I tried it that way. So I said, well, obviously I've not put it on the wrong way, so I don't know. I don't know why it's coming off. So we just had to leave that, but she was getting really nasty at the end. And I said, no, I'm not having this, Harry, no. Leave her, put her down, let her go. I don't want her nasty. The thing is, if we ever do find a groom that can do anything with her, I don't want them biting. I don't want her biting them. I want to say I don't want them biting her. Yeah, I don't want her biting anybody. And it's all through this last bloody place we took her. Yeah, I'm gutted really, because I used to brush her every day. And we lost, Harry put them somewhere. He said he didn't, but I know he did. Because I knew exactly where I'd left them, you know. He put them somewhere and never been found, so. And I bought brushes before when I had Rosa. Proper doggy brushes, and they've disappeared as well. So, yeah, I know it's a certain person that's shifted them. Because he says, he don't want one of them. That'll hurt her. I said, it won't. It doesn't hurt her. I said, I got one I was using on her before we lost the others. Because I bought more, obviously, since, and still she doesn't like it, so I'm not forcing her. I can't bear the thought of hurting her. And if she doesn't sit still, you're going to hurt her if you're not careful. That's why I don't very rarely use scissors. I did try to cut round her eyes because they were really bad while we were sat here like this. And she was fairly still, but then she just jerked. And I nipped her just above eye with chuffing scissors. And it didn't bleed a lot, but it did bleed. And she got a little tiny scab on her eye for ages. Not in her eye, above her eye. Oh God, I won't go near her eyes like that. But yeah, and it really, really upset me. You know, I said, no, I'm not. I don't like hurting her. So she's not had her claws done because she don't like that either. And last time we tried to do her claws, she moved and I cut it too far, too short. And I made it bleed. Are you two noisy buggers still making noises up on top? Is it him? Well, naughty boy. Oh. Oh dear. So yeah, so I'm very loath to even do a claws at the minute. Because last time we actually did them, we made it bleed. It were only because she moved. But you know, bulldogs don't shed. And inside her ears, she gets like a ball like that of fur, but you know, she keeps scratching. And she ended up with a solid ball. You've got to get that out. Otherwise, she's going to have really bad issues with her ears. And I managed to get so much of it out. And I just think to myself, well, I've got some of it. And she's not letting me go back in and have another go. So with that, I think, well, I'll just have a go at her again in a short while and get another bit out. And as long as we keep it down and don't just leave it, you know, she'll be all right. But I might end up having to pay the vets to get her ears done, because she needs them doing. It's very bad for them. They can get, I mean, they can get death, they can get mites in their ears, they can get creatures, anything, tick. You don't know. I mean, we don't have ticks round here that I know of, but it's the right time of year for them now. In fact, I've even seen on Facebook where a child had got a tick under the earring fastener at the back of the ear, and she thought it was just a pimple. And when her mother looked, it was actually a tick in her ear. Oh my God! Underneath the actual back clasp thing, the thing that you shove on a pierced earring. So there's all sorts. You've got to be careful. I don't think they fly though, do they? Ticks don't fly. So she must have been rolling around in grass playing, this young girl. But yeah, there's a picture of it on Facebook. I thought, oh, crikey. So I think we're going to have a visit to the vets. We've not been to the vets since she was spayed. But she's overdue anyway for a jab. Because of COVID, of course, we couldn't go. We weren't allowed. Well, I'm assuming that restrictions have been lifted a little bit now on that point. So I'll see what I can do. But she's got to go. She's got to get done one way or another. I'm too soft. I give in to her. But that's because I don't like it getting hurt. What are you doing, you two buggers?
I've seen them over edge. Yeah.
So that's going to be a vet's trip, I think, to get that sorted. I did look on Google, trying to find a mobile room, because even the ones that are sort of got businesses around town and that have you, not taking more clients at the moment. Well, you can understand that, because there must be hundreds of dogs that need, grooms. And the only one, well, I've not even asked, I'm not even going to ask. There's only one that, there's one I don't like anyway. Where the hell, that's two that's dropped off. There's one I don't like anyway, and she's not been doing it long. She's not very good. And then there's the other one that caused all these problems in the first place. So I ain't going to either of those with her. She deserves better, even if it is me snipping her ear or cutting a nail too short. Bloody hell. Oh, and don't they bleed? Oh my Lord. There was that much blood from that one nail. And I didn't cut it that far down, really. Not to warrant all that, like, good grief. Never seen so much blood. But funnily enough, that last time we went to the said dreaded groom, done it again, lost it. Oh, it's there, look, they're falling off. Yes, the dreaded groom. There was a lady parked right at the side of us. Just as we were arriving, she was leaving with her dog. She put him in the car and there was blood all over her back seat. She was going absolutely crazy. she says, well, I better don't come here again. And I thought, oh dear, crikey. And then below me, we come out saying exactly the same thing. Bet we don't come here again. Dogs being shouted at and yanked about and what have you. I wondered why they never let you see inside where they do it, where they do the grooming. So I'm assuming that they've not got anywhere to put the dogs once they're done, away from other dogs, or maybe they're fighting going off, I don't know. But Poppy won't fight, she'll play. She'd want to play, but she doesn't like people touching her. And it seems to be since the last time she went. So there. I'll find some more. One there. And one there. Any more? Oh yes, 3 more down there. I should be going around it again anyway, catching them all that I've missed. I don't really miss many, but the trouble is when you don't miss many, you don't very often see it until it's nearly too late. I've got to the stage of framing them before and then thought, oh God, I've missed one there. And I probably didn't. It's probably one that just fell off. But yeah, you have to be careful. You do. More. Where are you? There. Oh, there's some more there, look. God, they're all of it, sure. I don't know. Why are they popping off? Because it's really quite sticky, this glue. I don't know. I don't understand why they're popping off. Get in. Right, have I got them all this time? No, I found another. Oh, I saw that one fall. There. Have we got them all? Nope. Okay. Nope, two there. And another one. Where are you? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There. That's home number 3's done. Oh my God, she hit him in your house. I would have gone up and stopped. I should have given her something the same. I would. You know, we don't hit Rosie. We've no need to hit Rosie, Poppy. We didn't ever hit Rosie either, as far as that goes. But we don't hit our animals. And you know, I just can't believe. What's this? We have a husky named Zeke. Yeah, all the huskies. And he has to go to the vets to get his ears and teeth checked this week. He had to be knocked out, as he is not great with strangers. It's going to be £150. This is the only trouble when you've got to take them to be knocked out for something, what they call a menial task. But they've got to put them under anyway to check the teeth. So I don't know why he'd be Why you'd be charged extra for that? Do you know, we've got a new vet. Well, we used to go into Wild Boar in Worksop, and then they moved. They had this great big, what they call an animal hospital place, and it's a massive shop and everything, rebuilt in Worksop. And we were going there, and it cost me £40 to walk through the door with Poppy. Oh, well, with Rosie as well. In fact, I never took her with Poppy. Never took Poppy there, actually. Well, it was Rosie's sort of, shall I say, last year of her life. And we had a card that said she was due for a vaccine. So we wouldn't be charged for the visit. We'd only be charged for the vaccine because they'd called us in. Fine. So when we got there, she'd been having issues and being medicated for a few years with Wild Boar for this like skin condition that she'd got and everything. So when we got there, they said, "Oh, we don't really want to do a vaccine while she's still got this skin condition. So I think we'd be better off leaving her first for a little while longer." She hadn't been vaccinated for 2 years. This was none of her injections for 2 years. So we went to the desk, and she said, "That'll be £40." I said, "What?" She says, £40. I said, "What for?" She says, "Oh, well, it's your initial charge, vets, but to be seen by a vet." And I said, "No, just a minute. I've got the card here. Is that we brought her in for a vaccination, and it says no charge for the visit." So she says, "Yes, but she's not had a vaccination." I said, "Yes, but I didn't know that she weren't going to have a vaccination, and neither did the vet till we got here. But it was you that called in, but they made us pay £40." And I slammed it down on desk, my card, put it in, blah, blah, put my number through. And then I said, "That is the last 40 quid you'll ever have out of me." And we walked out of that place. I was so mad. And I was really giving it some loud. I let folk know I were bloody charging you when they call you in. In a tantrum like this. I said, "They've had us going there 4 years, backwards and forwards for 4 years, selling us bloody medication that's like £100 a bottle for a month's supply." A month's supply, £100 a bottle. And I said, "Well, give me a prescription and I'll get it online." And they said, "You've got to make sure you get the right packaging and everything on it." And I said, "Well, I'm not stupid. I would do that." I said, "But my daughter uses an online prescription for pets." And yeah, we got the same medication for £50 plus £4.99 postage and packaging. And that were a saving of 40 odd quid. So I went, but after that, I'd done with him. I said, "There's no way we're ever going back there." And we went to this new vet's, and he's at Church Warsop. All right, it's just a little bit of a drive away, but it's a nice drive. It's country lanes, very nice and scenic. And the vet is bloody lovely. And I don't mean lovely from like, oh, handsome, gorgeous, that kind of lovely. He's got this way with animals, and he's just such a lovely guy. And within the first month, her skin condition improved like 75% in first month. And they charge £14 for second visit. I think it were 32 for first visit. Fair enough. We were new clients. And then after that, it was £14 a visit. Now, how come they can do that? And he's only a small vet. It's just a private sort of just a tiny little place with a bit of a building up back for like a bit of a hospital. He was lovely, absolutely. And we've been going there ever since. And I've never paid it. When we went to see Rosie when she passed away, because she passed away at that surgery, but we thought she was going to be passing away at night anyway in our house that night, so she managed to live one morning. But they were lovely. They got her in a separate room, asked us if we wanted to see her. At first I said no, and then I said, all right, I will. And I went in and we sat with her for ages, and nurse stayed with us as well. She was lovely. And she says, I am so sorry. She says, I only stepped out of the room to go make a drink, and I come straight back and she was gone. Because when we rang up at 3 o'clock, she'd been dead 10 minutes. Now then, and we were just ringing up to see if she could come home. And she'd gone. But then, so we said we wanted to have her cremated and her ashes back. And it was going to be £150. Right. So I thought, wow, that's not bad at all. And so the vet put it down on the bill after it, in consulting room. And then receptionist said about cremation. I just said, oh, we're having her cremated. And she said, are you having her ashes back? I said, oh, yeah. So she charged us. Well, so when we got, I thought, bloody hell, that was a lot of money. I didn't think it was going to be that much. So I sat and looked at in the receipt on my knee while I'm in car. And I said, oh, they've charged us twice for cremation. Because Stephen that had put it down and that receptionist hadn't noticed, and she put it on as well. So I ran it back in, and she says, oh, wait, I'm sorry. And she got right fussy about it. She says, oh, it might take 3 days or more to get back into your bank. We went back in the same day anyway. But they're lovely, absolutely lovely people. There was one guy we saw with Poppy there that I'd not seen him before. I haven't seen him since. I didn't like him. Big, huge fat bloke with red hair, and he used to kneel down. He was kneeling down on floor to dog level, which was one good thing. The only thing I could say about it. But right scaremongerer, because I told you before about Poppy having a birth defect of like an umbilical hernia, and she said the first vet that we actually saw her with that was a lady there, and she said, oh, she says that can be dealt with. So I says, well, look, we want to have a spade when at the right time. We could have that done. Could we not have that done at the same time? She says, oh, definitely, no problem. She says, but she does need to have a first season. And I said, yeah, I do understand that. So that was fair enough. And so when we took her in for a second lot of jabs, this bloke, like they have she gave her a first injection, and we got on about that. And then the second time we went for a second injections, it was this big ginger-headed horrible man. And he says, it can be life-threatening, and making all this big ooh-ah about it. And I says, well, actually, we've spoken to the lady vet, and she said that we can have a repair done on that at the same time when we have a spade. And yeah, that's fine. That's a good idea, and all this. And I thought, it made him bloody think, because he didn't know we'd spoken to anybody else about it. And he were after getting another operation and then having a second operation. Whereas we got it, not happening that way. But they do, the buggers. But that's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The only thing that we're a bit upset about was that we couldn't go with her. When her jabs were actually due last year, and it weren't his fault, it was COVID. They lost a lot of business last year at vets. So, really? Oh no, I paid £150 for the cremation, and they brought me back this beautiful little wooden box with a name on it on a little brass plate. It was lovely. In fact, I'll get it and show it you. This is my Rosie. £150. And that's how I got her back a week later. the way they treat us that day, when we went to see her before she was taken away, I felt like I'd lost a child. And the way they treat me like I had just lost a child. They were lovely, lovely people. Absolutely lovely. So it just goes to show you, doesn't it? Some vets can and some vets can't. Hiya, Danielle. So yeah, so that's my little Rosie. That's how I got her back. And I didn't have to pay with my soul, as it like to say. So yeah. So don't let anybody fool you. It shouldn't be another 170. That is ridiculous. In fact, it's disgusting. When we lost Phoebe down in Spain, that was out of the blue as well, really. She was ill for a week and we knew she was getting worse. We didn't realise it was that bad. And then on the Saturday, we'd already got medication for the weekend for her. Spanish vets, unbelievable. Absolutely amazing. She had to have insulin injections every day. She had to have a saline drip for an hour every day. And because they discovered she was diabetic, which, by the way, should have been found by the English vets when she had a rabies vaccination test after a 6 weeks. She had a rabies vaccination, and then 6 weeks to get a passport, and then 6 weeks later they do a blood test to find out if it's taken. And at the same time, they could have found out that she was diabetic and didn't say anything. So we didn't know. But anyway, they charged us €6, 6 or 7 euros a day for the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for the 6 days that we took her in. Does your vets not have an emergency number then, Mia? Because we didn't know ours. You could ring the usual number, and it took you through to the emergency vet on call, but it's the same vets. Well, I think the thing is with that, Jackie, I mean, I'm all in agreement with, pet insurance, don't get me wrong. But you could be paying in whatever it is a month for 9 years, never a thing go wrong with him. And then where's all that money gone apart from vaccines, that you have to pay for anyway? So we've never done it. But at the same time, our Poppy, she's never out of our sight. So she don't have any chance of getting injured. She never runs out in the street. She's done it once. In fact, no, she hasn't. I'm lying. I thought she had. Harry was out the front and I thought she'd managed to get out, and she was running round the back of him on front. And I was actually talking to that lady while I were on phone, and all this were happening. And oh my God, she's on front. She's near road. I'm going to have to go. So I put phone down, run out, and it weren't Poppy. It was this bloke who got chatting to Harry. He got a little dog, just looked like Rose. And I'm there panicking, thinking it were her. And she was sort of behind me, looking at me, going, oh, what do you think? She thought, my mum's cracking up. But no, I don't do pet insurance because I think she was insured for the first few weeks because they insured her that bred her. I'm surprised I even thought about it, but looking at place, it was awful place we got her from. But yeah, so that was my Rosie Posey. But she got a lot better since going to that vet's with this breathing thing. We thought, I mean, she was at the vet's the day before anyway, and she'd been having these issues with the breathing. but it was a red hot day, and we thought she was panting because of the heat. And so did vet, because I said, I think she's only panting because of heat. And he says, probably because it was that bad, you know. And then that night, I was running around in garage at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to find one of the invoices from vets to find an emergency number. And I found one eventually in the car. And I'm looking all over it. No emergency number. This was my fault, because we should have, when we first joined that vet, we should have asked for all the information we needed. We never thought about it. We should have done it. And I think it's important that actually that you do that when you're with a vet. But apparently it's just the same number, but it goes through to emergency on-call vet. Which chances are it were likely to be that bloody horrible red-headed bloke. Oh, God, he were awful. Who does he remind me of? Oh, golly, I can't think now what they call him. Name that used to duck comb over on his head. Thinks it's funny. Is it Ned? I don't know what they call him now. But, oh, golly, no. But it's a good vet, the one we've got. And we really do need to go and get her started up on a vaccine again, because she's completely out now. She'll have to start from scratch for a vaccination, you know. So I don't know what to make of it. No, our back garden is fully enclosed, and also, you know, the big thick triple layer PVC sheets that they put on a conservatory roof. Well, Harry found at one of the window places that's close by, he found a pile of them, undamaged, but just dirty and old, you know. So obviously somebody had a new replacement roof or something on the conservatory. And so Harry got them. He brought them home. He asked permission, obviously. He brought them home, and he's literally lined them round our garden. There's no small gap where she could get through anywhere. What I can't understand is occasionally we get hedgehogs in. Where the hell they getting in? Because there's nowhere got a gap big enough. But they get in. Because Rosie used to start. She didn't pick them up or anything, but she'd, you know, play round it, thinking it were a ball because it's rolled up. But Harry used to just get them on snow shovel gently, and then just pop them up at back. Well, there's like a heap of soil at back, so they wouldn't have a bad fall. It wouldn't hurt them, sort of thing. And put them over at garden, put them over out at garden. But of course, we've got all this building work going on now, and they're just building at the bottom of our garden, aren't they? Very kind. So all summer long, we were going to beep, 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 and he's not going to get any sunshine this year. It's shocking. Nobody cares about us. I don't know why he shut the gate. What's he shut the door for? I don't know. Harry shut the door. I don't know why. Unless he's doing something with Poppy and she don't want it to run off. I don't know. Anyway, look, it's nearly 4 o'clock. Jackie, your parcel's on its way, Ducky, by the way. Have you got it yet? Possibly. Maybe. No, you just said, wouldn't you, if you got it already? Yeah, it was posted. So, and I put your total on Messenger on Facebook, Chuck. Whenever. So, right, we're nearly at 4 o'clock. So when 4 o'clock comes round, I'm going to shut it off. But for now, we're okay for the next 10 minutes. I've got to go and find something for his tea. I don't know what he'll want for his tea. Oh, they were number 3s, weren't they then? Weren't they? Or were they number? No, they were number 11s. Number 3 on thing, number 11 in pot. I've just found it. You know, I don't know if anybody else uses these, but I get a bit miffed with them because some of them won't even shut down properly now. You know, they're like that. They won't stay down at all. They've got no oomph. Won't stay down. And there's quite a few in this box. I did buy these from AliExpress, but looking on AliExpress now, these are around about 8 or 9 quid. I think I paid £4 odd. I've got loads of, well, I had loads of them. I think I've got about 4 of them left. And I only paid 4 or 5 quid for them. I won't pay £9 for them, never in a million years. Because they really are quite rubbish, to be fair. But there we have it. Yeah, but they're expensive as well, Mia. I mean, I like those. I'll tell you who's got one, the big one, Mrs. Coffee. She's got a lovely big one with deep pots on it, you know. Absolutely love it. And I'd love one of them that zips up and, you know. And then you've got like a pocket on lid inside. You can drop all your little bags of extras. So you don't think you've not got extras. No, they're not very good at all, really. I mean, I end up swapping them, obviously. I swap some of these now. I have to swap them with them because there's 1, 2, 3. Oh, that one I shut. There's 3 or 4, and oh, there's one upside down there. Look, they even don't stand on their head for you. These, but yeah, no, they're rubbish, really. For what they're charging for them, you can get them on Amazon, but it's same on Amazon. But I have also got 2 oh, what they call it? What's it freight? I love theirs, but you can't get them here. You only get them in America, and it was lovely Laura Law that sent me to, and she wouldn't let me pay for them because I said I did originally. I said if you can get me 4, and I'm quite happy to pay. And she says no, I'll pay for them. And I thought you're not paying for all of them, but she just sent me 2. So I wouldn't mind another 2. Harbour Freight, that's it, isn't it? I'd like another 2 of them, but or one of those big trays, you know, with different size drawers in. I tell you who's got one. Julie, Yorkshire Crafter, she's got one of them. It's like a cream coloured back tray, and then you've got all these little drawers in it. Oh my God, I'd love one of them. They had one on Amazon for a while. And I've got one actually in my wish list, Amazon wish list, but I don't think it's available anymore here. Now, whether they can't get them at all or whether it's just an out of stock item, I don't know, but it's been unavailable for quite a while now. So chances are we won't be able to get them, which is a great shame, really, because I think out of all of them, they are the best, and you can put your spares in them. You wouldn't need to worry about spares in a different box or in bags left, you know. I would love one of them, but they were 40 odd quid, and I thought that is. I don't think I'd want to pay that. I won't pay that for a bloody diamond painting. Me, I'm tight as a wood. I mean, this diamond painting I've just got come. This old couple on this thing. I think I paid under a fiver for it. And free shipping. Oh, I'm a tight bugger. But you know, I mean, I've got to be frugal. I have to pay for my resin. Something has to, you know, something has to give, doesn't it? You can't have more. Is it very warm where you are, Emma? Bloody hell, I don't think it's that warm here. It's... What's that? What you got? Don't believe him. He's got some. Don't believe him. It'll be tools from Trevor. Oh, freaking Trevor! I can't get his name out of my head. You know. Paul next door. They swap it. They forever borrowing each other's stuff. Usually it's borrowing from Harry, not in borrowing. Because this Paul's son lives. Paul lives next door one side, and then his son lives 3 doors down on the other side. they just bought that house last couple of years ago. So, and then the other side of Paul, it's his nephew that lives there, and they were hoping to buy one of these houses, but they want one on this side. Our garden is wider than any other one on this street because we have a double drive. I mean, we didn't just pick it for that reason, but we've got a lovely, nice lawn, which is great for Poppy to run round. Not as big as Emma's, it's not as big as Emma's, but it's still a decent sized lawn. I just hope that we're not going to get a lot of rabble going past because the house that we nearly bought, which is just up the road from here, they've got a kennel down the side. Oh my God, we've got kids driving on a Sunday up and down the bloody street on these trail bikes. I mean, police have come and confiscated them, and then they end up with another one next week. Where the hell are they getting them from? Just unbelievable. Up and down, roaring away they are. And there's some that's a bit older that's got cars. They have windows down and they're revving up as they go past, and they've got the radios on full blast. It's lovely, really lovely, you know. I don't know what, but actually it's not a bad village. This half of village, top half of village is all right. It's riffraff at bottom end that causes a lot of issues. In fact, I did actually joke with Harry one night as I was going up to bed. I seen there were a leaflet pushed through the door, and I thought, oh, where's that come from? I'm sure it weren't there earlier. Anyway, I lifted it up. I grabbed it because I'm on my chairlift. I grabbed it and took it upstairs with me, and it were on about local noise nuisance. And I said, "Oh, somebody been complaining about me being loud with my nebulizer." But they were on about if you were, you know, getting any problems with the nuisance of noise, then you must report the people involved. Well, we don't know names. I mean, we don't know anybody down at Bottom Village at all now. So we wouldn't know who they were anyway. So, but I mean, we had our front double glazed door, the glass was smashed a couple of years back. And the only way we could get round it at the time was Harry just literally took it out, turned it round. So we've got the broken bit on the inside so that nobody on the outside who shouldn't even be on our property, but we don't want them to get cut on the broken glass. So we've had to turn it round because we're sort of dealing with the idea of having a new door, a new front window. But I want my new kitchen first. And I'm determined now that I'm having my new kitchen before we do anything else. That's my next job. And I've seen one I like at Howden's. I don't know how much it'll be. Looking at it, it don't look as if it. I think it's around about 4,500, but that's without fitting. Now, whatever they want to charge on top of that for fitting will take quite a big lump off me. Right at the bank. But Cameron, who is, as I said, next door but one to Paul's nephew or cousin or whoever he is, Cameron, they've just had a new baby. And he doesn't have a lot of work on at the minute, and he works for himself. So and he's a joiner. So I said to Harry, look, ask Cameron if he would like to fit us the new kitchen. Proper job. I don't mean cutting corners, anything like that. Harry, one time a day could have done it, but he's not fit. I mean, he's nearly 70 for crying out loud. He's not fit to be doing kitchens anymore. It's just not on. And the fact that I was actually married to a joiner who did double glazing and everything else made a right bodge up in my new kitchen I had down at my other house. So, you can't always trust the joiner. Just saying that, But if you're doing it for somebody else, I mean, he was doing it for himself, weren't he, or for us? Whereas Cameron would be doing it for a customer. He'd have to do it right, wouldn't he? And he should have public liability insurance too. So I think we might ask Cameron if he'd like the job before, or I'll find out how much Howdens will charge for it to be fitted. But you can bet your bottom dollar it's going to add another $2,000 onto it, and I'm not prepared to pay that. Not even to Cameron. So, I'm sure he'd be happy with about, I don't know, 8,900 or whatever, 1,000 at top. It's only a small kitchen, for crying out loud. It's not big enough to have a dining table out in, but I am thinking about having a lower breakfast bar. And I'm not having down bottom cupboards either. I'm having drawers where I can put my crockery in, and I can put my pans in drawers. Easier to get at than they are into cupboards and back of cupboards. So anyway, right, peeps, I'm going to get off now. Talk your ears off. You can go and get a cup of tea and think, thank God she's sure up. But thanks for joining me for this afternoon. It's been nice. I've enjoyed it, and I probably will do it again. Depends on how I feel, if I'm still on YouTube or not, one way or another. But thanks for being here and keeping me company while I do a little bit of diamond painting and moaning at Poppy. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now. Bye, folks.